Anyway, that's Goodbye Sam. This is Samantha, I guess, which is an Epiphone Les Paul. Why have you got another one, Gavin? Well, about the time I was buying the Washburn KC90, and I won that one, if you remember. I put a friend of mine at work, Kieran, hello Kieran, who's ready to be roasted about this guitar, and I'm going to give a mild roasting, because it's just geeky things that just, the people who watch this and I would notice, rather than regular buyers. He said, Gavin, I've listed my guitar. Oh great, yeah, send us the link. Oh yeah, I'll send it. I only want to get what I paid for it when he was 11 back. It's I think it's a 2002 Epiphone. So here are the specs as far as I knew at the time. It's a 2002 Epiphone Les Paul Standard. It was second hand to him. And if you look at the serial number on the back, it comes up, made in Korea, unsung, November 2002. Okay. But then, if you start doing a little bit of investigation about this guitar, the first thing that you and I should all see is that that is one hell of a flame top. Do you call it tiger stripe flame? I don't know. All these things are funny. But it's got the nice sort of amber knobs on it. And I'm thinking, oh, you should have listed that, mate, as a flame top. And because I got my money back for the KC90, I put a bid on. I put a low bid on, because I didn't think I'd get it. I did, and it looks fabulous. Here it is. But there are some funny things about it. The first thing that I saw when I got it, of course, was some marks. Now, interesting, isn't it? We've got exactly the same marks on my previous Epiphone. Don't remember what year that was. I think it's probably the same year. But my same Epiphone Les Paul that I put the... Did I put Seymour Duncans in it? I think I put a set of 59s in that. Marked here. It's going to get marked and it's going to get knocked, especially with somebody's first guitar. That's life. The second thing I noted was the side of the fretboard on the top here. There's been no sprouting. That's good. Sprouting is where the pickups, where the frets shrink and grow with temperature and push through the plastic. There's, in fact, on further investigation, there's a little bit, but a little bit. The neck also feels really quite nice. I started looking this up, and then I noticed the tuners. Now, the first thing you should notice, these are Grovers. These are silver Grovers. Now, 2002 Epiphone line didn't have those. They had the plastic ones, tulip top I think they're called. So I thought, are they aftermarket? Somebody added them on. But if you look at the holes, they're all in the right sort of place. And then you look a little more closely, like at this picture here, and they're not straight. They're not straight by far. They're all over the shop. Why is that? Well, although this is dated November 2002, this is a 2003. The model is a Les Paul Standard plus top. Qu'est-ce que c'est là? Well, a standard, because it's only got binding on one side and the neck, so top and neck, but not the headstock and not the back. And when I was looking, so I started looking it up. We've got a mahogany body, we've got a carved top, we've got a flame maple veneer over the top. Don't know how deep and thick that veneer is yet, but we'll have a look. Set neck, slim taper profile neck, rosewood with trapezoid inlays, Alnico classic humbuckers apparently. We'll have a look at that. Chrome hardware, lock tone tune-o-matic bridge with a stop bar tailpiece. Amber bell knobs. So it's Grover Rotomatic. What's the right word here? Grover Rotomatic die-cast tuners. And then there was some question over what colour is this. I've always called this sort of iced tea burst, but apparently it is trans amber. Insert your own jokes under here. There's also a couple of things that were negative, and hand on heart, nothing against you, Kieran. If I'd have seen these, I wouldn't have bought it. The first is on the bottom pin. Well, in fact, both strap nuts, locks up here, they don't have any felt underneath. They've just been screwed straight into the surface. And the one on the bottom shows signs of where it's been wanged down on the ground and dented the finish, cracked the finish, and what have you. There's a couple of dings and scratches on the top. So what? The biggest worry is at the neck joint, and I've told you before, when you're looking for a used guitar like a Gibson, first thing to check is the top of the neck here. Has the headstock been broken? No. Okay, that's good. The second place to look is here where the neck joins the body. There's a line here where the neck is glued in. This has very obviously, to the finger touch, got a crack in it. Now, that means one of two things. The neck is cracked, the neck joint is cracked. Now, if that's happened, you're in trouble. What's happened here, though, is that it's had a minor ding somewhere along the line, or because there is actually no damage on the neck, on the headstock at all, it's just the lacquer that's cracked. As you probably know, the main difference between an Epiphone and a Gibson, apart from the country it's made, is the finish. This is a thick polyester finish, whereas a Gibson is nitrocellulose, and it's made in the USA. That's it. Because that seems to be only the lacquer cracking, and it hasn't spread round to the back of the neck here, it's fine. In a future video, I'm going to be doing this up. I'm going to be taking it apart, looking at the humbuckers, and doing some customization to it. We'll go through some other interesting things I found out about it during that. For example, how it's been made and how we can tell. But until then, give me your thoughts. My first thought is that fretboard, the action, by the way, is excellent. Sustain is great. First thought is, let's have a look at the frets. The frets are fine. There's next to no wearing on them whatsoever, which is good. The action is really low. The fretboard is almost parallel with the top of the body. there is one problem which we can hear about in a second. The body itself is not one piece of mahogany with maple cap. It's a number of different planks of mahogany stuck together. But you can't tell that from the back, and I was furrowing my brow trying to work out how did they do that. And then I had a very, very, very close look at the edge, and not only does it have a veneer on the top, this flame veneer, it has a mahogany veneer on the back, covering up where the mahogany is joined together in planks. It is so well done, you'd have to know to look for it to find it. Does it make a difference? Of course it does, Gavin. The neck is one piece of wood with a scarf joint. A scarf joint, by the way, is a cut there at that sort of angle. Then the wood is twisted round and the headstock is put on there to give it a nice angle, or break angle as they call it. Apart from that, it's lovely. So, what should I do to customise it? My thoughts are, I'm going to feed the fretboard. It's going to have a complete clean and what have you. Fretboard is going to be clean. And I'm back in the room. Times have changed. The day has changed. It's colder, I'm wearing a coat because heating is expensive. But I bought guitars instead. Yeah, that makes sense. Probably will change the pickups. I'm thinking, and if anybody's tried it, let me know how it went, of changing the wiring to the Jimmy Page style Les Paul wiring, which was a coil tap for each pickup and phase reversal for each pickup. Now, you know I don't like wiring, but I've gotten better at it, and this seems like a good chance to try my hand, because it really is quite intense wiring for 4 push 500k pots. Well, we'll see what happens with that. If anybody's got any other ideas, there is of course the Peter Green style. I think Montes has just released a set of pickups, but they're about 350 quid just for the pickups, and the wiring loom as well is, you know, another 100 quid. Get 2 of these guitars for that. But what does it sound like? There's some issues. See if you can pick up on them. Right, you should already be able to hear them. So, we'll just start with the bridge pickup. Sounds good. Neck pickup. Something's funny there. First of all, the neck pickup sounds a lot louder. Something's odd. There's this noise. and the low E string. It's only on the low E string, but if you go fine, there's some sort of phasing going on there and there's no pedals on. What's that? That sounds very weird. Let's keep going up the neck. Now, what's happened, if you could zoom in on this, is that because the fretboard is so low and close to the body, the pickup is so high that from about the 5th fret onwards, the electrical field of the pickup is affecting the string, physically affecting the string. The pull of the magnet itself is pulling and damping the string, causing a resonance of sorts. I've seen this before on Strats. I think it's the G string where the pole piece is usually a bit higher than the others. It causes a resonance. Very weird. But from here onwards, the screw head of the pickup is so high that the string is damping out on it. What's the options there? Well, it's twofold. We could raise the whole action of the bridge up a bit. Don't want to do that because the action's quite good. Or lower the height of the pickup, which is what I'm going to do. It also explains why, sorry, neck and bridge sounds so different in volume. Anyway, that's that on this. Let me know what you think I should do with this, what pickups you think are good for an Epiphone Les Paul. I've got my opinions, but I'd like to know yours. And any other wiring tricks you think I should try and experiment with, so that you can hear them as well. Anyway, that's all for this week. Until next time, toodle pip. Subscribe there, more videos there. Here come the cats.